Welcome back to Sports Talk is McKinney. This is the loose cannon David McPhee, along with the Zen Master Mike Kinney, and we are still joined by our special guest tonight, Mr. Don Sharp. And we're going to kind of finish up this evening. You know, we've been talking about sports all night. Great sports event coming this weekend with the Arkansas Tornadoes final home game. And because we have this special guest tonight who's actually going to join us in this segment right now to talk a little tornado football. But this Saturday night, 7 o'clock, the Arkansas Tornadoes versus the Arkansas Steelers in a pivotal DCFL matchup. As we're talking, they're battling for number 2 and 3 as teams are starting to get ready for the playoffs, Mike.
It's the battle for the natural state, Dave. This is, it really is. I mean, these are the top 2 teams in the DCFL. And, you know, the Tornadoes really need this one. Took a hard-fought loss last week, a 10-6 loss last week in Oklahoma. They really need a win this week. And, you know, we really would love to see another packed house on Saturday night as we're really looking towards the last regular season home game for the Tornadoes. And I think what we can only call not just a satisfying season, but not just a victorious season in the fact that they've won 2 games as they sit now 2 and 3 in the standings. But I think this season has gone beyond the expectations of a lot of fans, a lot of people. I think the players expected this.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a groundbreaking season for the Arkansas Tornadoes. A season
epic,
of first.
Dave.
Oh, epic! If that's the word, that's usually the word I use. But tonight, it's been groundbreaking, just like this podcast has been tonight. But the Tornadoes, of course, hard-fought loss. You know, they lost 10-6, playing the number 1 seed in the DCFL, playing a team that was actually 4-1 according to the bulletin that we saw today. But at 2 and 3, of course, that 48-6 victory. What a fantastic victory that was. The Arkansas Tornadoes and Eddie Elliott has just done such a fantastic job at getting this team organized. And I know Mr. Sharp, our special guest tonight, he's actually, you know, done a lot with Eddie over the years. And, you know, just his organizational skills, he's just done such a tremendous job at bringing semi-pro football to Mountain Home.
Well, you know, if Eddie told me that he was going to make it snow in July, somehow I would be expecting snow in July because Eddie's just the type of guy that when he sets his mind to do something, he's going to get it done. He's a fundraiser, he's an organizer, he's a promoter, and he puts his whole body and soul into a project, and everything I've seen him put himself into has come off as a successful project.
So he's kind of like the Don King of the Twin Lakes area.
Well, maybe you could look at it that way, I guess.
Well, I'd probably say Don King without, stealing money.
A little classier than Don King.
But, I mean, think about what he's done. He's built a team up from scratch. I mean, we're just a little over a year ago they started this team, and now they have a chance. You know, they've already qualified for the playoffs, and they have a chance to bring home a DCFL championship. And, you know, I know Coach David Murphy and Jason Rice have done such a tremendous job with the offense and the defense. We've got to see this team evolve, you know, from attending practices before the season even started to not just playing football, but now playing competitive football, where they went into the number 1 seeded team and almost pulled out a victory, only losing 10-6. Coming into this weekend, of course, now they're playing the Arkansas Steelers. But this is going to be a pivotal matchup, and it's going to be a matchup, you know, the weather's looking to be fantastic on Saturday night. We're looking at 80 degrees. Could it be another offensive explosion like we saw the other night when they won 48-6?
Well, you know, I don't think there's any doubt that could happen. You know, I talked to Gino O'Brien's girlfriend today, and the minute I brought up the Tornadoes, she said, they played so well. You know, she was so proud of the team, and she said, Gino scored the touchdown. They almost won. the defense was awesome. And so, the pride that comes from Tornado Alley, is spreading. And like Mr. Sharp said, if Eddie can continue, which I'm sure he can, like if he sets his mind to it, like Mr. Sharp said, then it's going to happen. Then we're going to see the Arkansas Tornadoes, continue. I mean, they're not just continue, but continue to get better and better and better. And eventually, we won't be looking at a DCFL team anymore. We'll be looking at a CFL team.
Well, of course, they're playing an Arkansas Steelers team coming off a 26-6 victory over the Sapulpa Panthers. In that game, they're really led by their quarterback, Prince Williams, who is 9 out of 14 for 125 yards and a touchdown. So it seems, this is a passing attack that is coming in this game. And the Arkansas Tornadoes secondary has played very good. They've cut down on penalties. They've made some really good plays, a few interceptions, avoiding that long play that really hurt them early in the preseason. They've really improved tremendously. The Steelers are coming in at 3-2 and are in second place. The Tornadoes are at 2-3 and in third place. If the Tornadoes can win this game in 3-3, they can leapfrog them and get into the number 2 position, which will be such an important position to be in come playoff time, Mike.
Right, and you talked about Prince. He has been partying like it's 1999, and but we look at the score of that game. What did you say the score was? 27-6.
26-6.
26-6, and we're looking at if we can just compare the scores between Arkansas versus Sapulpa, and then.
Well, Sapulpa didn't even show up when they were scheduled to play us.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they didn't even show up. I mean,
they were afraid.
They forfeited. So just the fear that the Arkansas Tornadoes is putting into them, and I think a lot of it's starting with the offensive line. We've got Ronnie Enlow, number 99, leading the charge at center. The offensive line of the Tornadoes has been getting such a great push that Dakota Sutterfield and quarterback Tommy Felicia talked about, in our interview with him after the last home game. But, looking forward to an exciting brand of football. David Murphy's really been opening up the offense in the last few games. And Jason Rice has had, the enforcer on defense, Jonathan Griffin, and then Brian Sua just controlling and just getting a lot of penetration into the backfield of the defense of the other team. I think the Tornadoes are ready to run wild, and I think an F5 is going to hit Bomber Stadium Saturday night, and there's going to be a lot of Tornado sirens going off because I think we're going to put up some points Saturday night.
Mr. Sharp, when you heard about like semi-pro football in Mountain Home, what was your first thought?
I thought it was overly ambitious project, to put it that way. I didn't. I really didn't expect that this community was quite ready for it, but obviously they've proven me wrong.
Yeah, and I think it all goes back to.
But I think if you ask a lot of people, they would have said the same thing.
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, we saw it with the baseball semi-pro. That never took off.
The baseball team folded here within a couple weeks, but I think a lot of it, Mike, is Eddie Elliott, the job that he's done. Him and Bob Van Haren, DJ Peace, working together, getting the community behind it. I know everyone's excited, and I know we're getting ready to finish up, Mike, but before we finish up, I just want to say what an honor and a privilege it's been to have the one and only Don Sharp on here. Thank you for joining us tonight, and Mike, I'll let you go ahead and finish out this week.
All right. Well, Papa Don, Dad, we really appreciate you coming on the show. These 2 years of negotiations have really paid off. I hope you don't expect a lot of money.
I didn't do it for the money.
Well, I'm glad. Because I don't think that our lawyers probably got all the money.
If it's a labor of love, the money's not important, right?
That's right. And, we're just so, happy to finally have gotten you on the show and to allow our many fans to hear the words of Don Sharp as only Don Sharp could express them. Such great stories, such great views. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And, you want me to take us out, Dave?
Yeah, go ahead and take us out this week, Mike. This is all you.
All right. Fans, come on out to Bomber Stadium. Join us. Thanks for listening to us. And just like Dave says, every week, go out and do something nice for somebody you don't know. Because service is love.
Sports Talk is McKinney, produced by the Zen Master Mike Kimmy. Special guest Don Sharp, thank you for joining us. And don't forget to come out and see the Arkansas Tornadoes at 7 o'clock at Bomber Stadium Saturday night for some exciting football.
Sponsored
by
SRE
Enterprises.